You're scrolling through social media, you see all these male models, all these influencers looking their absolute best, and it does one thing to you specifically, and it makes you insecure about your appearance, man. You look in the mirror, or you even look at some basic photos of yourself, you start heavily comparing yourself to these other celebrities, these models, these people who get paid for their looks. And the truth is, they're probably not as attractive as to what you are actually comparing them to. You're comparing their absolute best to your absolute worst. So what I'm gonna do today is tell you why you are probably more attractive than you think you are. So without further ado, let's get it. Tired of seeing all of these influencers and all these celebrities put on this pedestal as if they look like they're just perfection itself. They're the best thing to ever exist because we're not actually comparing properly. So you take all these male models, for example, with makeup, with Photoshop, with awesome lighting, with really good angles, and these people most of the time, it's their job to know their angles, never show themselves looking in a bad way. I'm sure you guys have seen these videos of people rating the faces. How attractive is kalosique from 1 to 10, and obviously they're rating their photos when they look their absolute best. Whenever you go pay the same person doing a facial rating, he's gonna compare your photos of you in the bathroom not looking probably your best. So the comparison, do you see kind of what I'm getting at, is not a totally fair comparison to begin with. Have you ever heard the phrase that somebody looks more attractive in person? Well, a lot of people think that this just accounts as somebody being more photogenic, which in some cases I could see that, but for the most part it comes down to not just your physical appearance. Sometimes you are just in front of somebody and it's the overall picture that this person paints that dictates how attractive they actually are. Because people judge you off a whole freaking bullet list of everything to come to the summary of how attractive they perceive you to be. So for example, how much eye contact you're actually sharing with this person, how good you smell, how well groomed you are, the types of clothes that you're wearing, how you speak, how charismatic you are, your movement, your energy, quite literally everything. Now obviously in this modern day social media, a lot of people are able to display how they truly are in their content, which would help you overall with the overall perfection. But this may also explain some of the ugly hot guys, the guys who don't look attractive when you just look at their face on paper, but lots of girls just go crazy for these guys. You're constantly seeing yourself in the worst conditions possible, as opposed to obviously these male models, these celebrities. You don't see them when they first get out of bed. They've got crazy eye bags and overall they don't look their best.
Get these bags under my eyes. Even my bags have bags. Quit your belly aching.
But you see yourself every single time, and you see yourself when your hair is not made properly, and so you automatically ding yourself subconsciously, and you are not going to think that you are as attractive as you probably are. So you're judging yourself based off of like the 90% of what you see versus everyone else judging your appearance based off of when you look the best. Same thing as these models, these influencers, we judge them off when they look the best, but you probably go out and what you are portraying to the world is exactly how they portray you, which is also another reason why I think it's so freaking important to go out looking your absolute best every single day. And let's not forget society, man. We are now living in a day and age where we get shamed for having confidence. Like if you as a man say that you think you're good looking, you are very confident with your looks, people will shame you to hell and back. They will say, oh, you're not good looking, you're actually pretty average, you don't look good at all. They will say, oh, that's so bad having an ego, you gotta be humble. They will do anything to bring that down, man. They don't want you to either think you're attractive, to know you're attractive, whatever it is. Society does not like this. If you do need some help boosting your overall attractiveness though, I've got you, man. Go to kalosique.com right now, my website, to get some of the best supplements to improve your overall health, which is gonna help with your overall attraction, because your attraction level is directly linked to your overall health. So first off, we got Titan Growth 2.0, the best supplement on the entire market to cover any nutrient deficiencies, because 92% of Americans across all social classes are deficient in basic vitamins and minerals. When this happens, your IGF-1 human growth hormone shuts down, closing your growth plates so you cannot grow any taller, but your face isn't going to develop properly everything. Don't just listen to me, man. I've got tons and tons of 5-star reviews from people all over the world. It's getting insane results with Titan Growth 2.0, and I want you to be next. Don't forget about Aries Rage, the best testosterone booster on the entire market, man. With Tanga Ali, which boosts testosterone by 37%, decreases cortisol by 16%. We've got Boron, which increases free testosterone by 28%, decreases estrogen by 39%. We've got Zinc, which is a precursor to creating testosterone, also in clinical studies has been shown to increase height. We've got Maca, which has been scientifically proven to enhance overall vitality, everything. Oyster extract, pumpkin extract, everything to boost testosterone like crazy. Once again, I've got crazy 5-star reviews for Aries Rage, one of my top selling supplements. You've got to pick it up. Use code Wayne to get 10% off. Don't forget to join Kalos VIP. This is my School of Looks Master with my 3-hour Looks Master Masterclass, 2-hour High Growth Masterclass, Female Nature Masterclass, Social Media Masterclass. Right now, we have the Aesthetic Physique Masterclass. Join right now for only $12, typically $55. Every 2 weeks, we have a group VIP call with me and all my students. Link in the description. Most people, unfortunately, do not actually look like their Instagram posts, especially if they do one thing in particular, and that is they never have any talking content. Have you seen those influencers? They either rarely talk, and when they do talk, their mouths will barely move. They're never going to be super animated online, because what happens is then the face is going to start showing any asymmetries. You're not going to look your best. Look at whenever other influencers like Baby Stickley started posting talking content and people started roasting him, saying, oh, you didn't glow up, you don't look good. But the truth is, whenever you're talking all the time, you're not going to look your best. But whenever you have frauded, photoshopped, and enhanced photos, this is the only perception that people have of you online, then yes, this is going to enhance your overall perceived level of attraction. You can use this to your advantage, but I want you to know that these people that you're comparing yourselves to are not as good looking as you probably think. Outside of this looks maxing sphere, no one is ever going to hyper-analyze your face. They're not going to be like, oh, his gonio angle is weak, this, that. No girl is ever going to do this. Nobody outside of this community is ever going to break down your face the way that this community is. You know what they see for the most part? Number one, they're going to see your overall facial attractiveness, obviously. And this is why it's so important to optimize your health, your testosterone, everything, because this does have a direct link to it. But they're going to see like the jawline from being at a low body fat. They're going to see the white eyes. They're going to see the nice healthy cheeks, man. They're gonna see your chiseled body, your fashionable clothing. Like, they see all of these things, and this is what they're going to hyper-analyze. They're not looking at the little features on your face that you think make you unattractive when they probably actually enhance your attraction more than anything. You probably don't analyze your face as well like how a modeling agency might. A lot of people, I've noticed this in my comments, you guys are going based off what the modeling industry deems as beautiful, whether it's the facial features or whether it's height. Everyone's always in this debate saying anything over 6'3" is unattractive, when scientific studies actually shows women are most attractive to 6'6", 6'5", 6'7", with 6'3" being a little bit less attractive. Obviously, it's still very attractive height. No hate intended there, but yeah, you can't exactly model once you're taller than this, man. You can't exactly model if you have too distinct of striking features. In the same way that you were probably not attracted to Gigi Hadid, at least I'm not. I don't think this woman actually has any sort of sex appeal, in my humble opinion. Same thing with a lot of male models, man, and that's why it's so important to not just strictly follow the set of rules, because that is one thing a lot of the modeling industry lacks, and it is basic sex appeal. So what do you do now? I want you to stop hyper-analyzing your face. I want you to focus on what you can actually change, and most of all, stop comparing yourselves to all these influencers, these celebrities, always posting these Photoshop photos of them looking their absolute best, because you have not been under those same conditions. I bet if you have an awesome photographer, awesome lighting, awesome editing, everything, you could have some really, really aesthetic photos as well. So don't be too hard on yourself, man. I love you with all of my heart. Subscribe if you're new. Peace.